Tig Notaro wants to host the Oscars. The Lego Movie sequel gets a director, and an Office alum and Community star get their own pilots. Hey Oscars, don't snub me, bro. This is C Plus News Time.
It's C Plus News Time with your host, Chad White.
Welcome back to C Plus News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the news you definitely didn't know about for the week of February 16th, 2015. If you watched the Oscars this past week, or it maybe you've been 2 weeks ago by this time, then you would have noticed that the show itself was a little bit muted. NPH was kind of funny, and the show had its bits and giggles, but it just wasn't that funny. But now, comedian Tig Notaro has offered up her services on her own website, saying that she can host the Oscars. In her list titled Tig Notaro to host 2016 Oscars, she included 11 reasons why we should pick her. Here are some of the highlights. I've been known to perform topless like NPH did. I live relatively close to the theater and wouldn't be late. I'm drop dead cute in a suit. Several years back, I was hired by comedian Aziz Ansari for an entire day to write for the MTV Movie Awards when he was host, and then bam! The next year, writer-executive producer Jill Soloway hired me for an entire half day to write for the Emmys when Jane Lynch hosted, so I really know the ins and outs of the whole process, basically. Notaro made some very valid points, and you can actually join in on the fun with the hashtag #TigOscars, and you can also read the rest of the post on her website. Next up, TV show community director Rob Schrab will be directing the Lego Movie sequel. The Lego Movie may have been snubbed in this year's Oscars, save for the original song choice it was given, but of course it lost to glory. Sad news. But Chris Miller and Phil Lord have chosen the next director. Community's Rob Schrab will be directing, but he's not also only a part of Community. He's got Parks and Rec, Workaholics, and even the Mindy Project under his belt. Even though the movie's not due out till 2018, you can probably go check out all of his other work on those TV shows, see how good he is, gauge, judge for yourself, and then wait and watch the Lego Movie about once a day for the rest of maybe 2 more years, okay? Speaking of Community segue, Danny Pudi's got a pilot coming out on NBC called Strange Calls. Danny Pudi signed on to NBC's adaptation of the Australian horror comedy series Strange Calls, where he'll play Toby, an affable but down on his luck young police officer who is transferred to a rural town where, with the help of a peculiar elderly night watchman, he starts to realize the town is bizarre and supernatural underbelly. It's as if they spoke to Danny Pudi's character Abed. A Cougar Town writer, Blake McCormack, will also pen the script. Last but not least, Office alum Angela Kinsey will be heading over to ABC for her own pilot in The 46 Percenters. Deadline reports that Angela Kinsey has been cast in an unromantic sitcom comedy about the 46% of the population who chose to stay married, as told through the POV of 3 couples. This isn't Kinsey's only wife character on any series. She also stars in The Hot Wives of Orlando for Hulu.com, where she plays the wife of a Christian-fearing man who's very scary. And that's all the news I got for you. You can subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, tumble with us on Tumblr, and probably some other stuff. I don't know. Who knows about these things? Social networks, there's just so many of them. Thank you for watching, and have a great day. I love you.